You crouch behind a patch of tall grass. Your breathing slows. Somewhere ahead, an animal is grazing. It weighs nearly 10 times more than you. It can outrun you. It can crush you with a single kick. You aren't stronger than it. You aren't faster. And your hands are empty. At least they would have been, until one invention changed everything. Around 500,000 years ago, early humans began turning ordinary pieces of wood and stone into weapons capable of killing animals far larger than themselves. Those tools didn't just help humans survive, they reshaped the balance of life on Earth. The deadliest predator in history wasn't born with claws or fangs, it built them. By the end of this video, you'll see that the greatest weapon ancient humans ever created wasn't just a spear or a stone blade. It was the ability to imagine a weapon before it existed. Our story begins in northern Germany. In 1994, archaeologists excavating a coal mine near the town of Schöningen uncovered something extraordinary. Buried beneath layers of ancient sediment were 8 perfectly preserved wooden spears. At first glance, they looked ordinary, but they were nearly 300,000 years old. That discovery stunned archaeologists around the world. Before Schöningen, many researchers believed early humans at that time were simple scavengers. They assumed our ancestors mostly waited for predators to finish eating before collecting whatever scraps remained. The spears told a completely different story. Each one measured between 6 and 8 feet long. They were carved from carefully selected spruce trees. Even more surprising, their center of gravity sat toward the front, almost exactly like a modern Olympic javelin. This wasn't random carving, this was engineering. Tests later showed skilled throwers could launch replicas more than 70 feet with deadly accuracy. That meant early humans weren't merely surviving in dangerous landscapes, they were hunting. Archaeologists also discovered the remains of more than 10,000 horse bones nearby. Many showed cut marks made by stone tools. This wasn't a lucky kill. It was organized hunting on a massive scale. But wooden spears had one major weakness: wood breaks, wood dulls. Wood alone struggles against thick hides and massive bones. So humans searched for something sharper, and that's where stone changed everything. Around 2.6 million years ago, long before the famous wooden spears, early humans in East Africa began striking rocks together in a precise way. The result looked simple: a sharp-edged stone. But that sharp edge was unlike anything nature normally produced. Sites such as Gona in Ethiopia contain some of the oldest known stone tools ever discovered. These crude flakes could slice through skin, muscle, and tendons far more efficiently than broken branches or animal teeth. One careful strike created an edge sharper than many modern kitchen knives. For the first time, humans could butcher large animals quickly enough to reach nutritious organs like the liver, heart, and bone marrow before competing predators arrived. Those extra calories mattered. The human brain consumes about 20% of the body's energy, despite making up only about 2% of body weight. A richer diet may have fueled the gradual growth of larger brains over hundreds of thousands of years. The weapon wasn't only changing what humans hunted, it was changing the humans themselves. But even the sharpest stone had a problem. You still had to stand dangerously close to your prey, and getting close to a frightened animal weighing over 1,000 pounds was often a death sentence. So ancient humans made another leap, one that allowed them to kill without touching. The breakthrough arrived around 500,000 to 400,000 years ago. Instead of holding a sharp stone in their hands, ancient humans attached it to the end of a wooden shaft. It sounds simple, but it required something no other animal had ever done: planning. A spear wasn't made from one material. It combined wood, stone, plant fibers, and sticky tree resin. In southern Africa, archaeologists found evidence that early humans heated plant gum nearly 70,000 years ago to make stronger glue for stone points. That meant gathering different materials from different places, preparing them, then assembling them into a single tool. It was the ancient version of manufacturing. Every successful hunt became less about strength and more about preparation. Then, around 20,000 years ago, another invention pushed hunting even further. the spear thrower. Known today as the atlatl, it acted like an extension of the human arm. Instead of throwing a spear by hand, hunters used a wooden lever to launch it at incredible speed. Experiments show an atlatl can nearly double the velocity of a thrown spear while greatly increasing its range. For the animal, danger arrived before it even knew humans were nearby. Soon after came the greatest leap of all, the bow and arrow. Some of the earliest known arrowheads discovered at Sibidu Cave in South Africa date back roughly 64,000 years. A bow stored energy before the hunt even began. The hunters simply released it. For the first time in history, a human could kill from dozens of meters away with remarkable precision. Distance became the new weapon. Large predators like lions, bears, and wolves relied on speed, muscle, and sharp teeth. Humans relied on physics. Every new hunting tool made natural weapons less important. Your ancestors didn't evolve bigger claws. They evolved better ideas. Over thousands of generations, those ideas spread across continents. From the frozen plains of Ice Age Europe to the grasslands of Africa and the forests of Asia, humans adapted their weapons to every environment they entered. Each improvement increased the odds of survival. Each invention made impossible hunts possible. Eventually, those same skills that created hunting weapons would build fishing hooks, farming tools, ships, machines, and eventually rockets. It all began with someone looking at a simple piece of wood or stone and imagining something that didn't exist yet. The deadliest hunting tool ancient humans ever created wasn't the spear, it wasn't the bow, it wasn't even the stone blade, it was the human mind. Because long before we became the strongest species on Earth, we became the only one capable of inventing the weapons that nature never gave us.